Alright, so as promised, I've gone through the Big Ten schedules for each and every one of the 18 teams. And I don't like what I saw. Alright, the conference itself is legitimate. It is the best, in my opinion, in the country. But to stay the best, you have to keep beating the best. In this non-conference, this is an aside from the official Big Ten schedule video. As I said, I'm trying to dissect who has the hardest schedule in the Big Ten, and we're going to work our way down to the easiest schedule. 18 teams. And as I was researching this and looking at the opponents, it looks like the Big Ten is apparently taking a page from the SEC for non-conference games. In that you play a whole lot of FCS and a bunch of low-level G5 teams. It's terrible. 11 FCS opponents. The non-conference for this Big Ten conference is terrible. And I hate to, think that, the SEC had done it for years, and now we're just implementing what they did. Now that we're on top, that's what's going to happen. Look at Michigan. When they won the national title, their non-conference was pitiful. When Ohio State won the national title, I don't see anyone in the non-conference there. Indiana last year. And that's not what we want as fans, right? We want to see great non-conference matchups. There are 54 non-conference games for the Big Ten. 18 times 3. I did some math. 54 of these games. And only 6 of them are good. That is not a good percentage. Illinois plays Duke, if you call that a good non-conference game. Both 9 wins from last season. Iowa still plays Iowa State. Both 9 wins from last year and in-state rivals, but Iowa State kind of gutted because Matt left to Penn State. Michigan plays Oklahoma in this non-conference. Michigan State plays Notre Dame. Ohio State plays Texas. And Wisconsin plays Notre Dame as well. That's your non-conference for the Big Ten that matters. It's terrible. Only 6 games. Other than that, you're looking at Penn State, who plays at Temple for some reason. A Penn State team that won 7 games last year is playing at a team that went 5-7 last. This non-conference for the Big Ten is a joke. It's a good thing that the conference itself is powerful and they get to play each other, but they only barely play 50% of all the teams in their conference. There's 18 teams, 9 conference games. You play 8 others, and then that means there are 8 other teams or 9 other teams that you don't play in the conference. So it's a good thing the conference is powerful. But this needs to be a year where they have to win all of the other 48 games, right? They have to. And they must win the 6 games that I spoke of earlier for the Big Ten to maintain their perch on top. But it is pitiful. I mean, look at it. Indiana's the national champion, the reigning national champion, and their toughest game is North Texas, who did actually go 12-2 last season. So it is probably the best non-conference game as far as record, against an opponent as far as record. But that's Indiana's going to own them. That's not a game that everyone wants to see and they're going to watch. Maryland's toughest game is at Connecticut. Again, regional. No one national is watching that. Minnesota has Mississippi State, who went 5-8 last year. Cool. Nebraska has Ohio, and not the Ohio. It's just Ohio, the Bobcats, who went 9-4 last season. Is that exciting? Northwestern's toughest is San Diego State, 9-4. And Northwestern, for Big Ten fans, that is intriguing because can Northwestern beat San Diego State? We'll see. Oregon has Boise State. That's their hardest game. 9-5 is what Boise State went last year. Purdue's hardest is Wake Forest, 9-4. 2-10 Purdue is playing a decent ACC team, so I congratulate them for that. But Rutgers, terrible team from last year, their best non-conference game is at Boston College, who went 2-10 last year. UCLA plays SDSU as well. USC plays Fresno State. That's their best opponent in the non-conference. Fresno State, they went 9-4. Washington still has Washington State in the Apple Cup. This is not what fans want. These are the best games, the marquee games for non-conference. Give me a break. And we're going to go through each and every team's schedule once it gets there, but I just thought I would take an aside and tell you my thoughts about this non-conference. The Big Ten is trying to kowtow to the SEC with these weak schedules. The SEC finally just got a ninth conference game, so we are trying to collide here, Big Ten and SEC, in some way, shape, or form, and that's in the news, where the two conferences are going to break away, and I'm with Craig Sheeman and everyone that says this is going to be a NFL-type model. It's not that it's going to be the NFL, it's just that that's how it's going to be structured. Now, these players are going to be paid, and players from the lesser schools it's not like they have nowhere to go. It's just that they're not going to go to Kansas State anymore. They're going to move up north and go to Michigan or Ohio State or something like that if they're good enough. That's the only difference that's going to happen. So I understand that there are fans of all these other teams, but damn it, I need better games, and I want to see this merger happen to where we're not playing 11 FCS teams, or an Oklahoma State team. Oregon plays Oklahoma State on the road, who went 1-11. Who gives a fuck? It's gonna happen. I can't wait for it, and I feel bad, but it's not like these other teams can't join the group of five and form their own championship, and that would be awesome. Listen, I'm a Central Michigan fan, and Central Michigan beats Oklahoma State from time to time in bowl games. They beat Michigan State when Michigan State decides to play in Mount Pleasant for some reason, kind of like Penn State's going to Temple. Okay, why? But those types of things happen. But when you're talking about the cream of the crop and the ones that can win a national title, there's a select few. In the Big Ten, most of the Big Ten deserves and is capable. But I got to see them play better competition in the non-conference. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments below. The Big Ten in this pitiful non-conference. Just pitiful. So coming up, I'll tell you which Big Ten team has the hardest overall schedule and the easiest. And we'll work our way down percentage-wise based off results from last season. Takes time. And then we'll do the SEC, ACC, and Big 12 as well. They're still in it. They're still a part of this. But I hope that, the SEC, and I think that the SEC has a better non-conference than this. It's bad. Go Blue anyway. Like, share, subscribe. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you on the next video.